their sense of women. I mean, I want you to understand that there is low-intensity discrimination against women in everything in Bahrain, as well as the Gulf, where there is high-intensity discrimination against women in Saudi Arabia. Okay? But it's a cultural thing, it's a history. These people are new to the changes that are coming. But many of my friends think like me, who are in Bahrain. So there is a strata where in the younger generation there is opening between the groups. The marriages between Shia and Sunni is becoming very common among the young people, particularly the wealthier. And this is going to be the breaks in the society. But we are talking now about this bulk of particularly people who have not yet reached the consciousness and the education and the wealth because the government contracts it from them. So women have difficulty, and that's why all the women, and this is one thing I didn't talk about, but it is in my presentation. Many of the women's campaigns that I checked thoroughly, no, they're not going to win. And no one won last election, except the one endorsed by the government, Al-Ga'ud. Latif Al-Ga'ud won because I told you she is in Sitra where there are no people. You know, so they win that way. The government would like more to win, but not somebody like Munira Fakhro, who is going to be talking. If she goes into the parliament, she's not going to leave any stone unturned. So this is how the politics is done. But I don't believe any of the women will win.
I see what you mean. Do we have time?
Sure.
Yeah. I see what you mean by paradoxes, particularly in demonstrations where, and there are interviews with women who are lawyers, or Shia lawyers, who, while they want to support the change in personal status laws, they are aligning themselves with the Shia demonstrators on a political basis. And what's ironic further about that is that what you're referring to as the progressive and the religious are aligning themselves on the platform for national transparency.
National issues, not the personal status. Be careful. Not of the personal status law.
But right, but they're aligning themselves for a national transparency and for non-sectarianism. But they're
no. The religious elements do not talk about non-sectarianism, even though it might be implied.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because they are still very heavily engrossed into the injustices. I mean, when you talk to a Shia, simple person, I've interviewed quite a lot on different levels. Mm-hmm. They are so consumed that you say, enough Shia, enough Shia. You understand that it is too much. It's like the crucifixion. You know, in fact, there is a lot of parallels with the crucifixion. You go into villages during Muharram, and there are pictures of crucifixion-like issues.
Oh, there's
of
an entire doctrine that says
yes.
that Christ wasn't actually the Messiah, that Hussein was the Messiah.
Right.
So, yeah, there's an entire doctrine.
Right. So, basically, there's still, but when it comes, you know, the figures, the bigger figures among them that I talk to, of course, they say, we don't want sectarians. It's not good in the long run, even for us, you know. But on the regular level, they say we are Malay, we are, you know, is the...
right. So you're saying that the Shia are still sectarians?
You find, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that sectarianism, through the help of policies of the government, who did encourage even sectarianism, because the Asala and the others are so terribly sectarian themselves on the other side, that it always builds you know, I live there. I am neither. And often I was faced by people on either side telling me the nasty things of the other. So I was a very good element to you know.
Sure.
But I have to tell you, I mean, the Sunni extremes are incredibly terrible too. I remember I was at the university when one of our professors, a very famous, very well known, started a campaign. Don't greet Christians and tell them Merry Christmas. Don't put trees in your houses. Don't, you know, it becomes petty,
Right.
trivial, but it expresses a certain type of thinking.
Right.
Okay? So, both sides. But on the other hand, this is now, I personally believe, clear this bargain. This